Happy Halloween.
Hello everybody and welcome to Dead by Daylight's 2.3.0 patch notes. I covered these once before in the PTB 2.3, but we'll just have another quick recap and summary of all the patch notes and display all the notes for you if you want to read them. Nothing much has changed from the PTB itself and everything seems to be the same. You can now see add-ons in the HUD while in game. The new gold rarity for event items now exists. Moon bouquets have been disabled and perks are now found at levels 2, 3, and 4, whereas they were usually empty. Speed thresholds have been adjusted for speed vaulting. You must be running directly at the window and have a 2.5 meter distance for it to count as a speed vault or fast vault. You will get a specific prompt when you do this correctly. Survivors are less likely to spawn next to the killer. Hooking survivor times have been reduced by half a second with an updated hooking animation, meaning that killers can hook survivors faster, and the animations have been adjusted so it looks like they just throw them on. Spirit received a few big buffs. First, you can no longer hear her whooshing sound while in the terror radius, and she has an add-on that now, instead of just reducing the whooshing sound, it completely removes it, meaning she can be completely stealthy. Be very aware, as I have actually been pulled off the generator a couple of times since she can hear you, but you'll have no idea she's coming. Hag, Freddy, Pig, Meyer, Spirit, and Wraith all have lighter footsteps, making it easier for them to stealth. Instead of those very stompy footsteps, they are now a lot lighter and you can hardly hear them. Hooks spawn at least 20 meters apart instead of randomly so that they are more spaced out and do not clutter too much of one area. Minimum pallet spawn distances have changed, varying per map. The game has a higher number of minimum pallets, had its pallets adjusted so they're easier to see, and has a new maze tile added. Haddonfield's white fences now have an exit space guaranteed, while tall shrubbery are the only ones that will close off a yard completely. Larry's Memorial Institute has its windows adjusted in the treatment room so they no longer spawn side by side. One change from the PTB notes to now is that the slaughter tree has been completely reworked versus just having the walls lowered. It now has a smaller loop which prevents you from fast vaulting the window from one side. Thompson House map had a hook added to the second floor. The Pale Rose and Grim Pantry maps are now smaller and have new tiles added to each. Flashlights now provide a more red bloodshot eye effect to the killer's screen when blinded. Flashlights can now also properly stun killers by blinding them by shining the flashlight on the head instead of the neck chest area. Flashlights now also provide a more accurate beam for survivors so they know where to aim their flashlight. Healing has been reduced from 12 to 16 seconds. Mangled effect now reduces healing by 20% instead of 25%. Medkit charges were increased to reflect the healing change, so they heal the same amount over the same amount of charges as usual. Brown Medkit will fully heal you the 16 seconds, meaning it has 16 charges, for example. Recover action speed while dying is increased to 50% from 40%. You can now cap your recovery to 95% from 85%. Essentially, that will take you 30.4 seconds to do it when it was only 25.5 seconds, but that's also because you had to recover an extra 10%, but that's no big deal. Saboteur received a buff, adding a minute to broken hooks and traps, meaning it'll be 4 minutes before they respawn. This also counters Hangman's trick by still adding a minute to the 10-second recovery, so if they're running Hangman's trick, the hook will not spawn in 10 seconds, it'll spawn in a minute and 10 seconds thanks to the Saboteur effect. Event hooks can also no longer be sabotaged. Emblem changes will now grant a Bronze Devout for killers who hook everybody one time. Chaser has been penalized for killers staying within 16 meters of the hook. The catch to this is it takes 10 seconds for that to begin, so you have 10 seconds to leave the 16 meter radius, but if they are in chase or a survivor is within that 16 meter radius, the killer can be there without penalty. Alert was buffed to work at any distance with no cooldown and reveal times were adjusted. Bond Tier 1 and 2 have increased range. Iron Will Tier 1 and 2 no longer have the standstill requirement and had their percentages adjusted. Botany Knowledge has gained an increase of healing speed. Soul Survivor aura ranges were increased and now the perk lights up when it blocks an aura that would otherwise reveal the survivor. Leader, Vigil, and Streetwise all stay on affected survivors for 15 seconds after they leave the radius of the person who has the perk. Hex No One Escapes Death now has exposed status on tiers 1 and 2. Make Your Choice is an unhook range of 32 meters on all tiers and will remain dimmed until the killer walks out of that range, similar to Devour Hope. Beast of Prey hides the red stain until you lose your bloodlust and you gain extra blood points in the hunting category. That just about covers all the major changes. Several bug fixes were along the way and will be displayed. Feel free to stop and read as you wish. There were also bug fixes that were from the PTB specifically that they had fixed, and we'll also show that briefly on the screen. Just again, pause the video if you want to take a look. There is one major bug that has risen with this patch as well, and I thought it was very important to tell you about it because I noticed a friend of mine did get caught by it in the middle of a game, and I was told about it in my stream. If you heal yourself with a medkit and have self-care, but the medkit breaks before you're at 100%, the self-care penalty of 50% reduced speed will be applied to actions such as the generator and exit gates. I've had this glitch fix itself by healing others or randomly healing myself with regular self-care, so don't freak out if this affects you. Just be sure to help someone else if helping yourself does not get it off you, as the 15% penalty is possibly one of the worst things you could ever have. And with the patch notes out of the way, enjoy some gameplay. Lambkin Lane on Haddonfield. Welcome everybody to this amazing game of Dead by Daylight. Hopefully I did my little intro telling you guys all about the patch notes. I hopefully did a good job at that. Thumbs up if I did a good job at that. Anyways, back to what we were doing. I'm playing a game and I tried to bring everything to show off everything. Oh, that was a brand new part. So now you can see that brand new part will be removed from my toolbox as soon as I'm done using it. I forgot I brought one. I wanted to show it off. So you can see over on that side that I have add-ons on this particular toolbox. And I brought a brand new part because I wanted to show that it's a pretty good UI. Once a brand new part's used up, takes it off the UI even. And it shows that you no longer have, which I think is a fantastic fix. Although I'm fixing this generator at an amazing speed, so pretty happy about that. I think it was the Huntress we're playing against today. Overall, I feel pretty happy about the changes. The healing nerfs, you can kind of feel it, and definitely everybody is getting punished for ignoring you know, the amount of time you have to do generators versus you know, everything else you have to do in this game, and those who just attempt to self-care waste a lot of time self-caring, taking a hit. Also, on top of that, the Trapper, it's not like a shadow buff, but it's just something neat that his bloody coil, when you touch the trap and it hurts you, like, that is such a massive waste of time now with self-care that it's a little bit ridiculous. Anyways, I've had probably the worst time ever playing Survivor just because of other survivors. I'll always finish 2 to 3 gens a match. Always get Iridescent Lightbringer, and then die and get my pip and move on, or die and get close to my pip. But it's been frustrating watching people struggle because I made that Survivor guide and everything on that should have helped those who go down. But this team seems to be doing well. They finished a generator just now, and I'm about to finish my second, which is quite curious to where's our third, but we're already doing pretty good. So those would be the first hook. These toolboxes do some justice. I hardly bring items, and you'll notice that I rarely bring items for myself mid-game. Now I did that in case I was barbecuing chili. I think I went one way, I bailed the other. Now, you know, I always run everywhere. I'm not one who likes to stealth too much. Stealthing's a waste of my time for the most part. You'll notice that, like, when you stealth around and sit still for too long, you'll start you just waste time not getting things done. It takes a lot of time to travel in between places. Ooh. Oh, the Sullivan self-care? I hear it. Remember that thing I said about... Dude. Alright. Oh, yeah, you were self-caring. Goddamn. What a waste of time. Where's she going? Ooh. Ooh. Wait, why is Duke Jukum already... Did they save him haphazardly? Oh boy, this is bad. Oh boy, this is really bad. Ah, jingle butts. How are you already? Oh boy. Beyond bad. Doesn't seem like we're gonna be able to make either saves here. These two are in a lot of trouble, and I have no idea what they're up to. Alright, so they may win for one save, I'll go for the other. My benevolence is calling for me. I will take that. Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna take that to my face. I need you to survive for 10 seconds. I'm probably gonna pop this generator. Oh, no. No popping that gen. That gen don't pop. Oh, alert. Oh, alert, you beautiful, beautiful bastard, you. Oh. Oh, I love alert all of a sudden. That is such a great perk. Whoa, come on now. Didn't see shit. Damn it. Damn, we're gonna go down to the basement. Damn it. Claudette had to give me up. I think we're going to the basement now. Oh no! Oh no, she's seeing another hook. Thank goodness. Why'd she have to? I think if I didn't move, she didn't notice me, but she walked around like I got scared. Staying calm is a very important tool in which you kind of need. Anyways, I'm gonna go see the Halloween movie tomorrow after stream. So if you guys want to hit me up for stream, we're gonna be playing They Are Billions. Really fun game. I'm gonna beat it eventually, I swear. And that's about it. So the things I like about the new patch, oh god, I definitely love me some of the new stuff that if I'm not running for my life, I will pay attention and say things. Is she coming for me? I hope not. We're just gonna keep running. I think she's still coming for me. I don't have my adrenaline. Woof! Oh boy. That was just a little... Okay, I didn't even hear her wind that up. Back on the hook we go, kitties. The good news is you can also get up to 95% heal, which is nice. Oh no, looks like I'm gonna die, boys and girls. My time has come, but I'm okay with that. So let's see, things I like are the healing changes. I think are wonderful. Even from a survivor's perspective, I got nothing to complain about. The bug of self-care I should have covered at the beginning. Annoys the hell out of me though. That's a kind of bullcrap situation. I really wish I had my adrenaline. I ran alert to see how it was. I also ran leader because as long as I passed people by, they got my leadership for 15 seconds, which was really worth it. But honestly, I think I might be running alert a little more often because that perk is goddamn glorious. Now that all this happens, I like people doing that. Self-caring just in the middle of nowhere. The new anti-heal changes have done a really goddamn good job of keeping survivors from self-caring all the time because the amount of time it takes is ridiculous. have to listen to that lullaby. Is he lined up to this tree? Oof. Gotta go all the way. Going for the long shots, man. Oh, that didn't even hit me, did it? Fudge. That didn't look like it hit. That's a true shame, though. I'm trying to get as far away as I can because I think people are going to go for the body blocks. There's one miss. Alright, that's one hit. He's gonna do it. True goddamn shame. Didn't even notice there was a hook there. That's alright though. It sucked. I didn't think that was gonna hit me because the axe went behind me, but the hitboxes are always a little bigger. And I think they need to stay that way. Only because we saw what happened when they fixed the hatchets on the hunters. Was not a fun time for anybody. So let's see. Did I win? Easiest thing. I don't have to win by much. I hardly have to try. Even if I got out, it would have only been 1 point more. I didn't get chased too much by the hunters. Lightbringer, if I probably did a door, that would have gotten me there. I was only 5% away on the amount of generators I repaired, and then I lasted the 9 minutes. I mean, this is like the perfect moment to just kind of describe exactly how you do it. I did one save, gave me way more than I needed, and then 9 minutes, 95. And unfortunately, poor Huntress, even though I lost, I mean I won, Huntress actually, oh god, 2 brand new parts. Huntress got kind of jacked up in that whole situation because she just got me, and so that guarantees she got a bronze in her loadout. She definitely didn't get a very good chaser, if anything. So unfortunately for her, she lost. Even with 20,000 blood points, I doubt that was a win. But anyways, thank you everybody for watching. If you like what you saw here, hit that thumbs up, that like button. What else? I think that, Hallowed Blight. A lot of people were really confused about my last video in terms of like what it's gonna have. 5 skins for killers. Apparently 2 for survivors, but I can only guarantee 1 is gonna be earned in with gameplay. But there's 2 survivor ones, Dwight and Claudette. Claudette's the guaranteed earned through gameplay. It works like any other event. You put your little token in the offering, turns a generator or hook into a special one, fix it or hook someone on it, get the point. Those points you then spend on your skins. And that's it. That's all there is to expect out of the whole event. There is going to be cutscenes and lore too every day apparently leading up to the event, showing you things. So it starts on Friday, October 19th, all the way to Halloween, October 31st. And in between that, you guys, this little special video will have some pumpkin carving. If you want to give me some ideas for what to put on my pumpkin for you for YouTube, hit me in the comments down below. What do you want to see me carve into a pumpkin? We did Nurse's Calling icon last year. We could do Killer's face, a Killer's mask, Survivor's face, icon of any kind. The highest liked comment down below will get that on YouTube. Thank you, everybody. I'll see y'all next time. And as always, good game.